Savannah had some fire to her. It may be difficult for people to understand that because she was effectively paralyzed, but she had ways of communicating that we became intimately familiar with.
We always say sassy savvy because she obviously had a will to live, to go through all the things that she went through in her life. She's also just this very sweet presence. When you were in the room with her, you could just feel that coming from her. When Savvy was born, it was an emergency C-section. When she came out, she wasn't breathing. They had to quickly intubate her. We ended up staying in the NICU for 5 months.
We would take shifts and spend times at her bedside every day and hold her and just let her feel the presence of her parents. We came to find that she had some kind of mutation on a gene pair that isn't linked with any known disease. Every indication we had was that it was progressive and that her condition would continue to worsen.
When Savvy came home, we would have a lot of days where we didn't have nursing care.
She needed someone at her bedside 24/7.
She can't cough, she can't blow her nose, she can't chew or swallow. Her equipment needed to be maintained.
We never wanted to be challenged, but any parent that has a child knows it's a challenge you don't get to choose. And it wasn't just the adults that had to shoulder that burden. Our 2 older daughters, Aurora and Bella, they had to learn to change Savannah's diaper. They learned how to feed her. They learned how to suction her. They shouldn't have to do those things.
It really impacted their character. They have more empathy for others. They also have more trauma.
There were times where I felt like, I just can't do this anymore. This is just, it feels impossible. One of our nurses at the NICU was actually a night nurse at Crescent Cove, and that was how we learned about the home and the organization.
She said there was a place for kids like Savvy that they could go where there's respite for parents and families. I was like, oh, that seems risky. I don't know who these people are. Can they really take care of my baby? Like, she's got a lot of needs. But everyone at Crescent Cove was so welcoming and gave us the confidence that she's in good hands. They did all of their work with joy and love.
They acted like they were blessed to have her in their home.
After that first visit, we're like, get us on the calendar. Like, how many times can we come? How many days can we come?
We took her there several times. I lost count of how many respite stays she had over the course of her life.
Savvy always had a really great time. She got to be somewhere safe, somewhere she was pampered.
The nurses there loved braiding her hair. She loved that treatment, the spa treatment she would get.
Her favorite thing to do at Crescent Cove was lay in the bath.
She felt really comfortable there. She was living the life.
It's something that let us take a breath when we had been holding it for her entire life.
And it gave our family a chance to relax and connect more with our older kids. It's a huge blessing that Crescent Cove offers sibling camp and allows the kids to see the house where their sibling gets cared for and be around other kids that have a sibling with special needs.
It's really nice to have a community of people who understand what you're going through.
As she aged, there were complications. When she was born, they told us she might live a year. She ended up living for 5 years. When the time came, we reached out to Crescent Cove to ask about coming to the home for an end-of-life visit.
They assured us, we will come alongside you for as long as this journey takes.
They took us in with such gentleness in a time where we felt so fragile and gave Savannah the best in those last couple days that she was there.
We put everything we had into helping her live, and then we had to switch gears, putting everything we had into letting her go.
We got to spend that uninterrupted time being with her until she was ready to go. And she could rest, and she could finally be free from the body that had held her back her entire life.
We spent some really great days at Crescent Cove. And we spent one of the most heartbreaking days at Crescent Cove too, where we had to say goodbye to our daughter. And they supported us so well.
They are a wonderful organization. I am proud to give whatever I can to keep the doors open there and make those opportunities more available to other families like ours.
We've had so much more time with her than we thought we'd get. Without Crescent Cove, I don't know if we could have made it as long as we did.
To have a place like Crescent Cove to give us a breath, it was a light in a darkness.